Hi everyone, I'm Stefan, and today I'm going to show you how you can let your agents build their own tools using Superglue and Superglue's MCP. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch into Cursor now using the Cursor MCP client, and we're going to build a tool using Superglue. So I've already set up Superglue. I'm using our hosted version. You might also want to use our self-hosted open source version, but the hosted version comes pre-configured with an MCP server, and so you can just connect to that. I've already done that, and you can see that we expose 3 tools. Executing a tool, building a new tool, and getting the integration code. So what I can do now is I can switch here into agent mode, and I can basically tell Cursor to build me a tool to do anything. In that sense, I want to get all customer information from Stripe. I want to loop through that, and I want to upsert that into HubSpot, and then just return me the emails of what it upserted. So I'm going to execute that. What is really important to understand is that Superglue doesn't just have like a bunch of pre-built connectors that it's going to use, but Superglue builds these connectors on the fly. So what Cursor does now is it's calling this build new tool and what it's going to do is it's going to set a response schema, so what kind of data it wants to have. And in the second step, it's going to tell Superglue a bit about the systems it wants to connect to. So the 2 systems are Stripe and HubSpot. We're probably going to need, now it wants to integrate into our code base. I don't actually want to do it, I just want to run it. But what we're going to need for that is some actual API keys, because these test keys are not going to do it for us. So I'm going to use our test keys for that. And then we can run it, and that should also save this configuration. So what Superglue is now going to do is it's going to execute each one of those steps. Going to take a minute or 2 the first time, and then it's going to save that configuration so we can use it later deterministically. We can also look at what exactly the code does, and we can basically use it as any other tool without any added latency through MCP with our agent, or we can even embed it into our non-agent code. That also works. All right, that took around a minute, and we saw that it was successful. It synced 3 customers processed. Those were all the customers I had in my Stripe configuration. And as I said, we can embed that into code. I've already done that, but you can also use the tool to give you a template. But basically, it's just going to take an ID and then execute that workflow and get back exactly the data in the format that you expect. What we can also do is we can go into our configuration interface, and we see that it created a new configuration. And we can run that, of course, again, with the credentials. But we can, of course, also look into what exactly it did. So it sort of created like this body based on the first Stripe request. We can change it, we can edit it. And should anything not work in here anymore because some data changed or some endpoint changed, it would even self-heal. So yeah, it basically runs that, extracts that, and you or your agent can use that tool, abstract all of the complexity away, and just really have a workflow and a tool that works. Thank you so much. We'd love to hear your feedback. We'd love to hear what you're going to use it for. And feel free to join our Discord community and discuss any questions that you may have. Thank you so much.